Hey there, welcome back to Sailing Seawind. Last episode you came along with us as we sailed through the night with a beautifully clear sky full of stars on account of the fact that it was a new moon. We pulled into Grand Bahama Yacht Club in Freeport. It will be here that we await a weather window to start our adventure south into the beautiful Bahamian archipelago. There aren't many anchorages in the area, and so we reserved a dock for 1 week, and we also paid the weekly rate of $1.50 per foot per night instead of $2. That, coupled with the fact that it was forecasted to be pretty windy and from different directions for the next week, made the decision to stay easy. Sailing south wasn't in the cards just yet for us or anyone else starting their own adventure into the Bahamas, including our new friends Steve and Judy on a Danico, whom we accidentally buddy-boated here with. So we all settled into resort life and it didn't disappoint. In fact, this place surprised us. The beautiful brick walkways winding through the grounds were lined with tropical shrubs and trees. If you look closely, you can spot some familiar to us locations like Chicago Brick Company, which is a reminder of how much the Bahamian people rely on importing. Beautiful vacation rentals and private homes are next to one another, impeccably landscaped and tastefully painted with complementary colors. A short walk from Seawind is the laundry and bathhouse. On-site laundry is a luxury, and hot showers with good water pressure is a real treat when cold showers and washing laundry in a bucket is the norm. Our favorite place is most definitely the pool and restaurant area. An Olympic-sized swimming pool and clubhouse with no heater and 73-degree water makes for an invigorating morning or afternoon swim. Katie loves the cold water more than I do, but I'm learning to embrace it. Pisces, with its bar shaped like a ship, comes alive at night and serves delicious pizza. We spent an evening here eating fresh-caught lobster pizza with peppers, onions, and a sweet sauce, and also a yellow curry veggie pizza. We would highly recommend either. The time flew by, and so did the shifty weather. We found ourselves a weather window, with wind and waves in the right direction, and enough to promise a spicy but fun 64-mile sail to the northern Berry Islands. Another new place to explore. Hey, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this. So, Katie just had her last call of her strategy week, which is a big deal. She just got off the phone a bit ago. It is Thursday, we've been here for 6 days, and tomorrow is a weather window to head further south in the Bahamas. The goal of ours, and actually a few other boats that are in the marina here, is to get further south. We need to claw our way against the trades to get down into the exumas that are oriented instead of an east-west fashion in a north-south fashion. So that means the prevailing easterly winds you can use to sail up and down the chain of islands. And there's a lot of anchorages there and a lot of diving, and so that's kind of like the aim of most people that come to the Bahamas in the winter, is to get to the exumas and then go exploring and have a good time. Well, in order to do that, you have to wait for a disruption of the trades, which usually means one of the North Atlantic winter storms brings a low-pressure system that pushes back against the trades and switches the wind direction for a little while, which is happening this evening and into tomorrow and this whole weekend. So we are going to be getting some northeast winds. I'll show you. So we need to sail in that stretch of water, and so it is going to be coming from the northeast, and the waves are going to be about anywhere between 3 to 6 foot, I would say. And the wind should be gusting up to the mid-20s, about 25 knots.
But the issue that we're seeing that makes it like something we're questioning, and everyone in this marina, like the sailboats here, we're all looking at the same weather window, is the period for the waves are very short.
4 seconds between the crest or trough of each wave, which is short. Now
for
this
that
is
deep of water.
Yeah, this is deep water. We would the body of water that we're going to be crossing is, I think, 2,000 to 3,000 feet deep. We later discovered that there are offshoots of the Gulf Stream current, and one of them leaves the stream, heading north right between Bimini and Grand Bahama. This is a classic case of wind coming from the northeast against a current coming from the southwest. The current pushes against the waves made by the wind, making them closer together and disorderly. The good thing is this weather is going to be coming from aft of our beam. We are going to be broad reaching from the looks of the forecast. There's just kind of like this anticipation, but regardless, it's nice to have a few boats around that are trying to do the same thing as us. So we've all agreed that tonight at 6 o'clock we are going to meet at one of the boats and we are going to go over the weather forecast and make a final decision. To sail or not to sail? That is the question. What's the decision that we made, Katie?
Well, we're going in the morning.
We're going in the morning, huh?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Actually I feel more confident than I thought I would. Earlier, like, what was that, last week or this weekend when we were talking about it, I felt really nervous, like scared. And then, I don't know, when something becomes more and more real, you kind of just come to terms with it, and it's game time. So, I don't know, maybe it's just like the sport. I've always done sports, so it's almost like you always have like pre-game jitters, and then once it's like, you gotta just get like focused and channel all that energy into like preparing, and then you just gotta like do it and be like, it's game time. Yeah, I prepped chia pudding with like blueberries and hemp seeds and cinnamon and some maple syrup and
pasta.
So we can actually have like a nice size
veggies
breakfast in the morning. Because it's really the breakfast. If you can have a breakfast, especially for an early sail, you can kind of get through the rest of the time with snacks, and then early afternoon you make a big meal, you know. But if you don't eat anything, at least for me personally or for us, then it's just kind of like downhill from there.
So I went outside and I unzipped the stack pack and I hooked the mainsail up, and so it's ready to hoist in the morning. We're probably going to be leaving with one reef in because it is supposed to be pretty brisk out there. So everything is prepped. The dinghy is still lashed down. We got all our jugs lashed down, and I did an oil check on the engine today. All is good. See you tomorrow.
We left the channel. Backing out of the dock so far has been the most touch and go part of this, because the current was pushing us into the pylons and full keel boat probs. And we just got out of the channel and we just raised the main with a reef in it, although it's not blowing too much out here right now. So we're just gonna kind of see how it all unfolds. We'll get the jib up here in a little bit and just sail our ways to the Mary Islands.
There's our friends. Santana. They're motor sailing right now. We are not. Sailing in about 15 knots of breeze, doing about 6. Life is good.
We're also pointing just a tiny bit higher than...
Okay, status update.
It's becoming the day. And the sea state is starting to become more aligned. It's still a little confused. I can see behind us the waves kind of do this crisscross. You can see like these peaks that like come up when it's confused, or you have waves from multiple directions. So that seems to be smoothing out a bit. Big waves in one direction are better than like medium waves in multiple directions, I think. But other than that, the wind is true. The wind right now is like 13 to 14. For a while it was like 15 to 17. So I'm interested just to see how the rest of this day is going to unfold. But so far so good. We're about how many miles in? 9 miles, 9.6 nautical miles in. So we're doing good. 50.9, 52.9.
And what about our pack? We're in a pack.
We're in a pack. We have a wolf pack today. We have, I think it's Aficionado is just past our starboard bow over here. And then we have Santana, who is right over to our port side. And we're all staying relatively close. Aficionado's the fastest. How long are they overall?
40s, I think.
So in the 40s, plus it's Beneteau, so I mean, it's a fast boat. And Santana is 38.
Cabo Rico.
Is 38 for Cabo Rico. So we have the smallest water line. But Seawind's keeping up. So we're doing good.
Okay, status update. We are building a better bond with our Windvane, right?
Yeah.
We set up the Windvane a little while ago, and I've been adjusting tensions and fiddling with things like I do, right?
Yeah, that's your special.
And right now it is steering us, and yeah, all is well.
Spray some water this way, it's like I put my hand out like that's going to stop the water from coming over and spraying me in the face.
You try to tell it no.
I'm like, stop. That doesn't work. Halt. We're about halfway. We have a total of 34 miles left. And about 30.4 until the beginning of the channel in Great Harbor. Which it'll be nice, like even though we'll be heading into the winds, into the channel, we'll be behind land. So it'll be probably, pretty protected. we've been seeing, you know, like rogue 6-foot waves for sure. They're standing pretty straight up, and the period is pretty short because the wind snuck up and it was like a little more, we were, you know, close reach, you know, for a while. It came a little more east, but now we're able to turn down a bit. We don't have the current against us, and so we're keeping a boat speed above 6 knots. We're almost averaging 6 knots, and with the waves kind of behind us a little bit, it's a little more comfortable. So that's the story.
And what are your thoughts? It's our first time sailing in, you know, fairly stiff breeze and short, steep waves. This is the first time since being on the Pacific since last year, yeah.
Well, in the Pacific, the only time we saw waves like that, I would say, is when we went around Mendocino.
Oh, right.
That was, excuse me. That was like really the only time we saw steep waves was Mendocino. But we saw a lot of big rolling swell, and we always say the Pacific feels very old and ancient and like wise and humble, or you know, something like that, and the Atlantic feels like young and sprite and energetic and a little unpredictable, but like you're gonna have a good time. It's just nice to be back on Seawind and getting our first, like, you know, more brisk sail under our belts for the season. So
our first real dose of the ocean.
That's all I have to say right now.
All right. Land ho! We see the top of the Berries, Great Stirrup Key, which is where all the cruise ships own some docks up there, I guess. They own the island, yeah, they own the island up there, don't they? All right, and our average has come up to 6 knots. We averaged 6 knots today. The sailing has been wild. Seawind is in her element. She is so good. I was just thinking, it is just absolutely insane how us humans have built these things to sail across oceans. It's the weirdest thing to me. I mean, it's incredible to live in harmony with like this ferocious Mother Nature. It is just something that you would not be able to understand, I think, unless you did this, huh? Taking a nap?
I'm not napping, I'm just resting.
You're just resting. Love you. Proud of you. It is windy! Woo-wee. Now that was a freaking day. Wow. And there's salt water on the floor, so we got to figure that out.
Hi friends, we hope you enjoyed the video. We put so much time and love into each and every episode. So we just wanted to take a few moments to thank our newest high-level patron, Bree Griffin. Bree is a dear friend of ours from our hometown and is an owner of Evolve Training in Sharon, Pennsylvania, which is where we go train when we're visiting family. So thank you so much, Bree, and welcome to our patron family.
We are now going to start giving shout outs to our higher level patrons. If you want to go check out the new tier subscription structure, you can head over to patron.com/sailing Seawind and go check them all out. We got rid of a few tiers and added a couple.
One of our new tiers is a lower level tier. So it is a $3 tier. So for as little as a cup of coffee every week, or if you go through Dunkin' or Starbucks or any other local coffee shop, you just replace one of those coffees with a patron subscription. So $3 per episode per week, 4 episodes a month. So that would be $12 a month, and it would mean the world to us.
With these episodes, I have discovered a passion for storytelling, and with your help, I will be able to continue to film and edit these videos for you all.
And maybe one day I won't have to be on so many Zoom calls, and I can spend more time in the water and exploring.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
So,
We'll
sky's
see.
the limit. All right, see you all next time.